alongside Kyle Brandt.
Never mind
and
us.
of course, James Slater's in the building.
Let's go, Jay. How you feeling?
What up, Jay?
Feeling good. You guys bring all the energy in the morning, so I'm ready to go.
Okay,
Let's do it.
It's a vibe, baby.
We got so much to talk about. Now, we know Carson Wentz took his new deal to the bank, to the blood bank. But what's the holdup with his division opponent in Dallas? If only we had someone at the table who was completely plugged into the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, wait, we do. It's James Slater. Also, guys, today, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, they reunited to play one more game. But it was a game show. Look at these maniacs. Slater, if you could be on any game show in history, what game show would it be?
Family Feud. Have you met the Slaters?
Oh, my gosh, the Slaters would be a party. We love it. Now, yesterday, this is so cool. We showed you this kid here on the right who jukes Luke Kuechly out of his cleats.
Dirty.
And it's great, okay? Nate said the kid's going to be drafted. This kid is coming on the show today. He's going to be on. Anthony Smith, that little kid, the only guy who could juke out Kuechly, coming on the show. So excited.
How about that?
So much swag, too.
Oh, my
We're getting him on he's already on the national show. He's gone viral.
Hell yeah,
Not
we
a
love
lot,
that kid.
Not a lot left to check off on the bucket list.
That's right.
All
I
right.
got the keys. Anthony. Shout out to Anthony.
Anthony. Well, how about we get to the lead block?
Yeah! Good job, Jane.
Chargers running back Melvin Gordon is entering the final year of his rookie deal. Our own Tom Pelissero reported Gordon's agents have informed the team Gordon will not report to training camp if a new deal is not reached. Here's what one of Gordon's agents, Demarius Bilbo, had to say about Gordon's potential holdout on a phone call with NFL Network's own Ian Rappaport. Quote, he's very serious. He's worked his butt off, and the fifth-year option is a result of where he was drafted. We received an offer that wasn't a fair offer based on what Melvin has done, where he was drafted, and how he's performed. It was disrespectful. If Melvin is not paid fairly, he will want to be traded. Now, guys, I got to ask you, there was a word used here. Does Gordon's agent using that term disrespectful make you think this might be a lengthy holdout?
No doubt
I'll
about
ask
it.
you.
No doubt about it, 100%. When you start using the word disrespectful, that's when you know different people are in their feelings. It starts with Melvin Gordon, not feeling like he's appreciated. And, of course, his agent, Demarius Bilbo, shout out to Bilbo Baggins, trying to get that bag for his agent, right? For me, I was thinking about the most disrespectful things that might apply to this situation. And for Melvin Gordon, I feel like he's hearing about a party, and his friends are invited. And he feels like he should be there too. And that financial party has been there for Todd Gurley. That financial party has been there for guys that were drafted in the same year like David Johnson. But he's sitting back saying, whoa, wait a minute. I'm also one of the most talented running backs of this era. I'm also one of the most talented running backs in the game right now. Where's my contract at? I'm tap dancing too close to being in a contract year, and you guys haven't even started the conversation. So you know what? Right before we get to training camp, I'm going to let everybody know with a mic drop that you need to pay me, and if you don't, I'm gone.
It's all about Demarius Bilbo, right?
Shout out to Bilbo.
You know what? Between this and the guy at the bagel store, it's been a big week for hobbits, right? You know what I'm saying? It's huge. I'm in my feelings about this because I feel like we got sucker punched by it. Like all the Cowboy stuff, we knew that was coming. This out of nowhere and the timing, and I love Melvin Gordon. I've said on the show, Melvin Gordon is the hardest runner in the league. Here's what he's thinking. He's saying, I'm going into my final year. Let's say I play it out this year. I'm going to get tagged, and then I'm going to get tagged again, and I'm not here for that. And he knows that after this year, Rivers is up, Pouncey is up, Benjamin's up. It's the right move for Melvin Gordon to make a strong move now. I think he would also say, look, you guys didn't draft any running backs. I don't see James Conner here. And even with him, the Steelers won't go into the playoffs. Now, that sounds simple. You know what the Chargers are saying? They're saying, let me get this straight. Great player. We love Melvin. He's played one full season in 4 years. Last year, he missed 4 games. We won all 4 of those games. There's a little bit of leverage here, too. But I think there's the ultimate trump card from Melvin. Melvin's, this year, the thing he has more than anything is, this is a Super Bowl year. This is the year we are loaded. We got to win this thing. We got to win it now.
Yeah.
So you're going to let me sit out one of your best players and you're going to go and get knocked out in the playoffs again because you didn't pay me? It's real dicey. And to answer your question, Jane, the disrespectful, the verbiage, the phrasing is real strong. This is not, my client is unhappy. No, it's like, we are getting paid a huge salary or we're not putting on our Chargers helmet. It's massive. And it's fascinating because back in 2018, SI.com spent a day with Melvin in the midst of the whole Le'Veon thing. And this is what Melvin said about Le'Veon. Look, I would too. Come back and get hurt? Why? Gave y'all everything he had for about 5, 6 years and y'all can't pay the man? So, guys, we are now in the post-Le'Veon Bell world. Yeah. It worked for Le'Veon. Sat out a whole year and has got a beautiful contract with the Jets. What's going to be the ripple effect here? Is this happening because of what happened with Lev? And what can we expect going forward? What do you think, Jane?
You know, when I think about the Ezekiel Elliott situation, for instance, a lot of people are wondering, is this still going to get done this summer? I would argue there's not an immediacy, and that's because it's a unique situation in Dallas. He knows that his owner put his reputation and his name on the line to defend him following that 6-game suspension. And given that they picked up his 5th-year option, they technically can franchise him twice. The deal is going to get done. But I do know that they've got to get Amari Cooper done as well as Dak Prescott. And Stephen Jones has said it. We're not going to break the bank if it means breaking up this team. But I'm also, when I think about this, the use of the word disrespectful, keep in mind the DeMarcus Lawrence, the verbiage that went on between his agent, David Cantor, and Stephen Jones. I mean, even as we talked about that deal and when it got done, he said they had to come to Jesus meeting. You know, remember in the 11th hour when they got this done. So
hallelujah.
I think if you respect the player, you respect what he brings to the organization, I think sometimes, like in dating, boys, you've got to set boundaries, know your worth, let people know your worth, that they're going to disrespect you.
You're right about that. You know, it's funny because you mentioned Ezekiel Elliott, and I feel like when it comes to Zeke, Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, they're all company dudes. And maybe it's something about having that star on your helmet. Maybe it's an appreciation for the brand that the Cowboys actually are. Or maybe it's a simple fact, like you said, Jerry Jones will stick his neck out for anybody on that squad. But on the flip side, a guy like Melvin Gordon, to your question, Kyle, is this the blueprint for a guy that might not look at the Chargers as Ezekiel Elliott looks at the Cowboys? I don't know if this is necessarily the blueprint because oftentimes you try to copy a blueprint, it just doesn't work. Being a guy that's moved around from Reno to Minnesota to Seattle to Detroit, for me, I've seen my homes being built in different ways, and they're all very different. Not every home has the same quality, and I feel like not every blueprint can be followed the same way that Le'Veon did it. Le'Veon was in a very unique situation. They had 2 talented wide receivers that can hold it down. James Conner came in and said, this is my team, a Hall of Fame quarterback. Are all these things the same situation with the Chargers? No, definitely not the case. And to your point, Kyle, you said it perfectly. This is a Super Bowl season. This is it. They were so close last year, and I know that Melvin Gordon is sitting back saying, I dare you. I dare you to call my bluff. Because if you do, if you think those 4 games that you won without me last year will hold you down for 16 weeks this year, you're fooled. And I feel like he does have all the advantage right now. The question is, who's going to fold? Because making a statement like this, we all assume that Melvin Gordon is going to sit his butt on the couch and sit back and relax.
Woo! We are talking about this for all 3 hours. Do not change the channel. But Melvin Gordon not happy. Nate and I extremely happy to have Jane here today. And we have a little presentation if you guys want to join me up here at the tower. Jane, you go over on that side. Nate and I are going to be here. You know, it's the season of lists, top 5 this, top 100 this. We have our own list. We have with Jane Slater here joining us today, the top 5 Slaters in history. Nate, who we got at number 5? Take it away.
Number 5, we'll start with Christian Slater at the top.
Give me
now,
Christian.
Listen, come on, give me that.
Baby, that's old Christian.
Look at that.
We're gleaming the cube right here.
With a little shadow right there. Very underrated actor, in my opinion.
Slater, favorite Christian Slater movie. What do you got? Favorite one? True Romance? Prince of Thieves?
I like
Pump Up the Volume?
It's like asking me to pick my favorite child. I mean, this is a family member.
I got one. Shout out to Mia.
Oh, we love that. Number 4. Kelly Slater. Kelly Slater could have his own top 5 list, and I don't mean surfers. He's going to be on it with John Mayer, Derek Jeter, Wilmer Valderrama, and Leo DiCaprio. Slater is a fool.
Wilt Chamberlain?
Maybe Wilt Chamberlain.
All right, let's go to number 3.
I thought this was a morning show.
This is Good Morning After Dark.
Yeah.
AC Slater. Hey, how about this handsome man?
Yeah.
Look at those dimples and those teeth. I'm pretty sure he's wearing a singlet underneath this jacket. All day.
Jane, were you more Slater or Morris?
I was definitely an AC Slater girl.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely AC Slater.
Next, when I come back, I want a Kapowski list. Number 2, we're bringing it to football. Matthew Slater and Jackie Slater, of course. We got Super Bowl winners. We got Yellow Jackets. With Bill Bates and Steve Tasker, one of the greatest special teamers of all time. Who could possibly be better than these two, Burleson?
You know, I got one more, and this is the best Slater of all. How about Jane Slater? Hold on, what we got here?
Oh, yeah.
I pretended to be in a Diddy video.
Okay.
You were in a Diddy video.
They told me to stick to TV.
Wow.
Okay, I see.
Diddy's going to pretend to be in a Jane Slater video. That's awesome. Yes. You're the number 1, Jane. You are number 1.
Way to go, Jane.
Hey, Kyle, there is a guy who wants to talk to you about